So, hi, Arpan. I am so happy to have you here. We have a very special guest today with us in today's podcast, and I'm so excited to introduce them to you. And also, I feel like I have not gotten an opportunity to connect, on a video call. So it's great to see you here, Arpan. How are you doing?
I am really good. Thank you so much for the invitation, Sharab, and I am having so much great time, and you guys helped me so much. The whole team
Oh,
of Your Success helped me so much.
oh, thank you so much, Arpan. How did you find us, Arpan, actually?
Oh, I saw YouTube videos, Instagram, and two of my friends already passed from this Your Success before.
Okay,
So
okay, that's
they
nice.
referenced me. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So you came through friends and you did your own research, which is
Yes,
awesome.
I did it.
So okay. When was your exam, Arpit?
It was on February 26th.
Okay, okay. So recent. And I think you just like when did you come to Canada?
I came to Canada like in 2022 and I just
Okay.
finished my course in 2024 and afterwards I prepared for the exam and joined the classes.
Wow. So you are on work permit right now?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Okay.
I
So
just
the
before passing my exam, like before 3 months ago, I got my work permit, so I am on my work permit right now.
nice. So the PR is going to come from the RN license, I'm hoping.
Yes,
Ab-
yes.
Amazing. Everybody is so worried about the PR, and I think Arpin, you are like, okay, I got this.
The main motive is for passing the NCLEX, and I did it better with the help of you guys. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much. And so you found us through your friends and you were searching on Instagram. So how were the resources? How did you utilize them?
The two of my friends who joined earlier, they shared their experience that Sarabjit Kaur and Alvin, they both are the good mentors, and I just followed their footsteps and joined the classes. And also did my research by showing the YouTube videos and like on
Okay,
Instagram. Yeah,
okay, that's
so this is
awesome.
really cool and awesome experience I did to join you
Oh,
guys. Thank you so much.
thank you. You are so kind. How were the classes? How was your personal experience? I know your friends told you they're good, but how was your personal experience?
After I joined in the middle of the August because I am quite new and I the classes are starting from the September 16th. So
Okay,
from for the whole 1 month I did from the past batch podcast and the
recording.
videos
Oh,
recordings, yes, and afterwards the record the whole class is they are providing so much good explanation, and you and Alvin, they both are like good teachers to us. Whenever
oh,
we have doubts and we have any queries, we are just gonna connect with you and you are just explaining very well. So this
okay.
is very good thing. And the other thing I liked about the classes is your motivation. That like one sheet method and the technique of just explaining us very good and in very deep manner, which I like the most.
Okay, thank you, Arpan. I'm so glad you mentioned the word motivation because I think when the students are preparing, the journey is very lonely and overwhelming. Like
Yes.
we feel very alone, like, oh my God, what is happening to me? Because you kind of go inside this zone where you know you have to study and it's very alone.
Yes. It is
Yeah.
very lonely, and sometimes the thing is that some of the students are like not showing the work that they are preparing because they have the fear to what if I fail, right?
Yeah.
So trust in yourself during the preparation and trusting you, the guys, are the main thing. Like if they have the trust in themselves, they can pass the exam.
That's amazing, Arpan. So, what are your tips for the students who are preparing right now? What do you think? What worked for you, which you think you can share and may work for someone else too?
Yeah. So after attending your classes, I came to know about the one thing. Always ask this question why. You are always telling us to question why, right? The question why is the main thing. Like if you have a doubt, always trust on yourself and your instinct. You can always definitely
Yeah.
gonna answer, and mitigating the three of the other options in the during the question is also like I came to know if they have the questions regarding the shata, always recommend them as a like true and false, and always ask the why question. That's why is this wrong and why is this right. So you can
Yeah.
go it, and the trusting and the motivation from you guys are awesome. So if one is preparing for the NCLEX, they have to trust themselves and give the best of them.
Oh, thank you. And I think, Arpan, the points I picked up from your conversation are so brilliantly explained. Trust yourself first. Like you have to believe yourself that you can achieve this goal. And I think even in classes, I used to say like it has to be in your mind. Like you have to write down Arpan RN 2025, and it's gonna like
Definitely.
before you actually do it, right?
Yes, and
So
many of the times in your classes, you are showing that golden plate, that RN, that we are gonna achieve. And I always like motivated by these quotes. Like, and at the end of the every slides and PPTs and then every class, you have always like motivation like quotes. So I
yeah.
always read the quotes and I get
Oh,
motivated by myself. So this is very
I
amazing.
actually never thought that they were so powerful. Like, you know, when making the presentation, in the end, of course, I like because I'm ending the class, so I have like a quote from like a famous person. But I never thought that you're the first person like who brought it to my attention that even that mattered. Like, you know, little things that we do, we
Yes.
don't even know. And it like I am so glad that that helped you because I did it just for the purpose of because I want to say like you know you can achieve the goal because I am a mentor, but it can actually have such a good impact on students. I never knew that. That's beautiful.
Thank you so much. And the other thing is that the website of the Your Success is also.
So thank you, Arpan, for answering the previous questions. So my next question is what are your tips for the students and how did you stay motivated actually?
During my motivation is like I get many of my friends who know that like I am gonna preparing for my exam. They always motivate me. So they are sharing their experience, and they are just saying that like you have to do it. And myself, I have my built the trust that if I am preparing for the exam, I have to give my best, like give my 100%. So this is the whole thing, and also mentioning that my parents and trusting the God during the whole process is the main thing. And
That's
the other thing is that like the whole team of the Your Success, you, Alwin, Mona, all the like team members from Your Success helped me and like motivating me for preparing for my exam, and that's a very wonderful. Thank you so
And
much.
I'm so proud of you, Arpan, to be honest. I feel so proud as a mentor when, you know, students become successful because I look at you 6 months down the lane thinking, okay, you become an RN, you are going to be a permanent resident, you came as a student, you have achieved your major milestone. And it gives me so much, I feel so happy that you don't have to worry about your PR. I know right now everybody is kind of in a mode that, oh my God, how am I gonna and many students are opting to go for PSW to get
PSW,
their
yes.
PR, right?
Yes.
So I tell them, I'm like, if you work as like, okay, you can get your PR, but you could have worked as a registered nurse, and that you will wear it as like a proud badge that I'm working for my PR as a registered nurse.
Yeah, that's the main thing, right? For
Yeah.
preparing or like getting the PR right now, I am secure that like I have NCLEX pass and RN status, so I can apply my PR from the RN as a RN status. So very good. That's a very nice thing.
That's great, Arpit. And you know, like the best part is that you did it like with the school. As soon as you're done with your studies, you're like, okay, this is my main goal. So I think being organized, you're such a good example for the students because many times like I mentioned many times people fall into the trap of oh I'm working as a PSW, I'm going to continue to and many people do that I'm going to continue to work as a PSW because they get deviated from their goal. They think oh I can't do NCLEX, I can't become a registered nurse, so might as well get my PR from PSW, and that kind of throws you on the back foot for your career too, right? Like you could have made, it's not only the money, experience and the
Experience, yeah.
proud feeling for your parents.
Yeah, definitely. The main thing is like prouding our parents and other like
Yeah,
the people who we know, and PR is like the thing, right? We can apply through PR through after getting RN, but if we are getting the RN status first, it's a very proud
yeah.
moment for all of us. Like we
It's a
did
very,
it,
very
we
proud.
came as a student and we achieved the goals step by step. So that's a very nice thing.
Absolutely. So which year did you come, Arpan? You were saying 2022? Is that
Yeah,
when you came?
my course started
Yeah.
from September 2022 to September 2024. And in
Wow.
September 24, I joined the classes. So it's a
Okay.
2 year
Wow.
course, and after 2 years, I joined the Sure Success and passed my NCLEX in February.
How many questions did you get? How is the nursing different? Like when you were preparing for NCLEX, I know you have not gone into the field yet because it's only been few days. But what was your experience? What is the difference for the Indian nursing than when we study in India versus NCLEX exam? How is this exam different?
I think I want to discuss that like from India. And in here, there is a major difference in throughout the preparation and the scope and the practice in as Indian standards and Canadian standards or the Western country standards. They are so different. In here, I uh, during my preparation, I know the role and the responsibility that nurse can delegate the task to the other team members like
Coverage,
LPNs,
yes.
UAPs, or like healthcare aides, and they have so much power in here, and they have so much roles and rights we have to follow, and I came to know after that, like in here, the respect, the kind of respect and the professionalism which we get in here, that's mind blowing. Yeah, so I
That's
like that.
absolutely such a good thing, Arpan, you said. And I think when I became a registered nurse, like, you know, and like that's the first thing that hit me. Like the first thing that hit you is like, oh, people respect you so much. You're like, oh my God.
Really,
You tell somebody, like even when I was like, I think I didn't even have a car when I started going to like work as an RN, because I didn't know how to drive, to be honest. So the driver, like the bus driver, asked me one day, he's like, I see you in scrubs all the time. My badge used to be hidden under the jacket. He'll be like, what do you do? I'm like, I'm a registered nurse, I'm an RN. He's like, oh my God, you're an RN. So
that's a
next
very proud.
time, it was such a proud feeling because
Yeah,
like
definitely.
next time, even if I'm away from my stop or something, like it just became one of the things that he was very respectful. Like he's like, people are respectful in general, like that, but the profession also carries another, weight of success as an RN. It's a big title. Of course it comes with, like, how we say, big jobs, big accountabilities, big responsibilities, big power. With power comes the accountability and responsibility. We all know
Possibility,
that
yeah.
from Spider-Man. So it's just one of those things that I feel, what you mentioned, I think I can relate to that, and many people who are watching this podcast can relate to that. That, like, the major difference from India is not just the nursing. It's not just that we are working in the Western healthcare system. It is the respect you get. Like you are wearing a badge of honor.
Yeah, definitely. That's the main thing in here that the in general too, like people are so respectful and like so down to earth, like they are always respecting and no matter
Yeah,
what we are, yeah.
yeah. So it's beautiful to experience, and I think many of the times when people come from India to the Western countries, of course money is a primary motivator, because like you make great money, but I think along with the money, the respect, the scope of practice that we get to experience, like you're working at equivalent in the team, right? Like in the team of professionals, in the doctors, you're not like in India. I think we used to feel like we are working under them. When I
Yeah.
came to Canada, I realized
Mhm.
that we both are equal. The physician is looking for me because I am the in charge of the floor, and he wants to talk to me, and he's like, can you please help me with that, can you please help me with that, and I'm like, oh my god. And it's beautiful. Like all the things while talking to you, I'm thinking about, I'm reminiscing on some of the good memories that I have from my
Yeah,
career,
definitely.
that it was amazing.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that's really like a very good point, especially for someone who is in India right now, thinking of coming to Canada. Like, of course, it's a brilliant move, of course, right? Like, I know there are a lot of opportunities in India right now too, but there are more things. Like, you can make more money, of course, NORCET exam, AIMS, PGIs, and all. But I feel like the major component that we as nurses miss in India is the respect part.
Respect, yes.
Just because it's a female dominating profession. I feel like somebody asked me why in India nursing is not as valuable as it is in foreign countries, and my answer was, I'm just like, I was like, I'm just giving my 2 cents, and my 2 cents are that it is female dominating profession, and it just, that's how the culture part is, that it's not as valuable as people think. Maybe physicians, the doctors, somebody who's an accountant, who's a lawyer is more, although we all are doing degrees, we all are studying.
We have to study like 4 years and everything, right? But they are
And
still
it is
thinking
tough.
that.
It's not very easy. It like, doing nursing is not easy. It is so much work and effort,
The stigma
right?
and the like
So
thinking is the major in India, I think. Like
yeah,
they are thinking like in certain profession there are like only females can do that or only male can do that. But there are not the thing. Many of the people like doing and achieving in like their success in their careers respectively, right? So it's not like
yeah,
in but in here there are the thing is totally different. Like there is no like
absolutely.
the ratio regarding male and female taking nursing in here as compared to
Yeah,
India.
yeah, yeah. And I also think, like, with nursing, many people don't know these things, right? When we go to nursing schools, lot of hours of ours, like a lot of clinical practice is unpaid.
Unpaid, yeah,
we
definitely.
we spend so much time working unpaid to learn those skills, because like, you're paying with your time to learn some skills, right? Like, always there is a transaction. So
Mhm.
I noticed, like, we do the internship on a minimum stipend, which is okay. Like, in here too, like, I teach university students, they have to go through the clinicals too, they also have to have a preceptor and all those things. But I feel like that is extra on a person who is doing a degree, and the clinical portion of the degree is selflessly going to work, right? And coming back, and you're not getting paid for that work, but you are
Paid.
working.
We are working, but we are not getting paid at in for the
Right, because
our
there
intensive.
is
Yeah,
too much in
definitely.
terms of skills, right? So I think that is also like a very major component of nursing, that nursing is very selfless. People do look at nursing more from like, oh, it's more money, but nobody knows what is behind. Like, when we went to nursing school, so many hours we have put in to become registered nurses. And
Definitely.
yeah, that's my thought about it too, Arpan. So
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. So, is there anything you would like to add before we wrap up this conversation? I really hope that this conversation brings, like, people get an opportunity to watch it on YouTube and see these kind of conversations, especially from students like you who just came a couple of years ago and now are on a path of their own permanent residency through their RN license, which is beautiful. Because many times people just like, I talk to lots of people, and sometimes I'm talking to people, they have been in Canada over the past 10 years, never worked, never thought they will become a registered nurse. And then I also get to meet students like you who are like, okay, that is the
Mhm.
first thing I have to do.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So, anything that you would like to add before we wrap up?
I would
So,
like to thank to the whole Sure Success team because they always motivate me and the classes are amazing and you and Alvin. You are the best mentors. Like you are
Oh,
teaching
thank you
from
so
the,
much.
yeah, you are teaching like so well, and you guys are like during the presentation, during the if we have in any questions or queries, you guys are like so approachable to ask the questions and solve our problems, and always the motivation is the good thing that I achieved from that your success. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Christian. Arpan, I can't wait to see you as an RN. And I think once you become an RN, I'm gonna interview you again to see your experience in the field, right?
Definitely.
So
Yeah.
it was a pleasure having you here. Thank you so much, Arpan. I appreciate your time and I wish you good luck for your
Thank you so
career. And you are such a great inspiration for so many students, such a positive person, and such a positive outlook in your life. And of course, I am, I see you like achieving the heights of,
Thank
you
you
know,
so
next heights in your career. Thank you so much.
much.
Thank you, Arpan, for taking the time to speak to me. Thank you.